I think the hope is to rebuild Rafah over the next 2 to 3 years, and theoretically you could have 500,000 people live in a rebuilt Rafah. But again, it's going to be sequencing. You're going to have first some people, and then more, and then hopefully in a couple years, 500,000 people living in security, living in comfort, and also living in a situation where they're not threatening their Israeli neighbors. Oh yeah, that was weird. That was weird. I mean, look, if it was a political stunt, it was a very stupid political stunt, and I personally take some insult to it. Symbolic vote to annex the West Bank. The West Bank is not going to be annexed by Israel. The policy of the Trump administration is that the West Bank will not be annexed by Israel. That will continue to be our policy. And if people want to take symbolic votes, they can do that. Well, look, our hope of the administration is that the international security force is going to now take the lead in disarming Hamas. That's going to take some time, and it's going to depend a lot on the composition of that force. There are certain countries who I expect will be quite good at it. There are other countries that can play a role, but I don't think are going to be quite as useful. But a lot of that depends on which forces actually come to bear and how we're actually able to implement this phase 2 of the peace plan. We can say with confidence that Israel's respecting the ceasefire, Hamas is respecting the ceasefire. There are exceptions. There are little exceptions that break out here and there. That would be expected when these two parties have been at war for 2 years. But so far, the ceasefire is actually holding, the peace is actually holding, and now we're trying to figure out how to make it stick over the long term. Take the areas where Hamas is not operating, start to rebuild very quickly, start to bring in the Gazans so that they can live there, so they can have good jobs, and hopefully some security and comfort too. Tens of thousands of Gazans moving into southern Gaza, where again you have the Hamas-free zone, was interesting. A couple of days ago when you had a Hamas sniper kill a couple of Israeli soldiers and then the Israelis responded. If this peace sticks, you're going to have these little breakouts of violence. Our message to the Israelis has been, help us build this peace. Obviously, the Israelis have their own interests, but we're going to keep on trying to work with both them and the Gulf Arab states to make this peace stick. Again,